What up guys, it's me Fan Jody and hello Dumping Ground fans and welcome to my review of the Series 4 premiere. Yes, what a emotional, what an episode it was of the Series 4 premiere. Just to say, still to come, Hollyoaks, Annabelle and Lip Sync Battle recap show. So don't miss that, yeah. But yeah, it was a a brilliant, fantastic episode. It was really epic. And yeah, this series 4 premiere is about Billie, played by the amazing, played by an amazing. Yeah, it was a really good episode, and fantastic and brilliant at the same time. Hell yeah, it was. Yeah, played by the brilliant Kasey McKellar, and yeah, it was a brilliant, fantastic first episode and second episode, and yeah. Yes, Lost and Found. Yes, this was the first of a double bill, and yeah, it was a really good episode. The first episode from Series 4, and yeah, Lost and Found, which is part 1 of Slings and Arrows, and yeah, it was directed by Sarah Walker and written by Darren Harrison, and yeah, it was just a really good episode. And Billie found out that his mum turned up, and yeah, it was just really shocking. And yeah, and Billie was just getting into the academy, and then all Billie's world turns upside down. So I'm gonna give Lost and Found, which is Slings of Arrow episode, I'm gonna give Lost and Found 9.2 out of 10 because it was really good and shocking as well how Billie reacted to his mum turned up and Ofsted turned up as well. But yeah, it was a really good episode, so I gave it 9.2 out of 10. So on to the second half of the two-parter. It was really emotional for Billie, and that he found out that it was his mum's mate turned up and found Billie, not his real actual mum. And then his dad turned up, and it all crashed down for Billie, and it was just really emotional how Billie was reacted to. It was a really emotional state when the play was turned. Yeah, and Carmen started doing the play. The other residents of the household of Dumbground was doing. Well, the director was Carmen, of course. And yeah, it was just a really emotional state for Billie. And then his dad asked him, "Oh, would me like to find the real answer?" No, he said nah. Yeah, and the rest of people was funny as well. But yeah, it was just a really good episode and fantastic. Like, this series is going to be emotional and bring out more topical issues in this series, and it will be Mia's and Amy's final series. Yeah. And yeah, that will be emotional as well. But yeah, it's going to be fantastic and brilliant. So, I'm going to do the Lost and Found synopsis and then episode 2 synopsis. So, Lost and Found. Billie's world is rocked when his mum turns up at Ashley Ridge, and he questions whether he can forgive her abandoning him as a toddler. Meanwhile, Carmen resorts to drastic measures where Offset expects arrive unexpectedly. Yes, it does. That's why I gave it 9.2 out of 10, because it was really good and fantastic. So episode 2, Barefaced Liar. Billie has break down some news to his mum, but what is she hiding from him? What is got to do with the Shakespeare play the young people are staging? Yeah, the Winter Stable. That's what they do. That's what they did. And yeah, when Billie watched it, he was crying because he had the news which happened to him. He broke down because the academy turned him down, and yeah, it was just a brilliant storyline. It was a brilliant storyline, and yeah, I can't wait for next week's episode because it's about Jody. Yeah, and it was a really, really good episode. It was a really, really good episode, and yeah, so Dumbleground continues next Friday. Yeah, next Friday at next Friday at 5 o'clock on CBC channel. Don't miss that, guys. And it's the verdict of part 2 of Slings and Arrow, and I'm going to give it 9.4 out of 10 because it was really, really good and fantastic at the same time. Up next is Hollyoaks, and then Annabelle, and then Lip Sync Battle UK recap show. Don't miss that. So, hope you enjoyed this review, guys. Please like, comment down below, and subscribe for. Comment down below what you think of this episode, and please subscribe as well. And yeah, Dumbleground continues next Friday at 5 o'clock on the CBC channel. Hope you enjoy CBBC channel. Hope you enjoyed this video, guys. I gave part 1 9.2 out of 10, and I gave part 2 9.4 out of 10. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Bye, guys. Hope you enjoyed my Series 4 premiere of The Dumbleground. Bye.